Hi, boys and girls. It's Math Monday, and I'm Mrs. Haley, and we're just going to do a little warm up right now to get our math minds ready. And I'm just going to introduce you to kind of a new game that you can play, not just with this lesson, but anytime you want to work with some numbers. It's called The Answer Is. And in this game, I'm going to give you the answer, or you can assign yourself an answer, and then you are going to come up with the problem. I know as we teach, usually we give you the problem and you have to come up with the answer. But in this case, we're going to kind of do it in reverse. So my answer today is 24. And your job is to come up with the problem. And this can be any type of problem. You might remember using some of this when you did name boxes. You would have the number in the box, and then you would have to come up with ways to represent the number 24 or the number 12 or whatever the number might be. This one's just a little bit different. We can still use the name boxes, but in this case, it's more of a challenge to come up with a sufficient example of a problem. When we did the name boxes, you could just draw 24 items or write things like that. But with this case, I want you to do the problem. So I'm going to give you some examples for a problem, and then you can do some of these on your own. You can share them with your teacher, you can share them with your friends, you can share them with your family members. But I'm going to show you this game so that you can do this at your house. All right, so I'm going to use my sticky notes on my Jamboard. I'm just going to give you an example of what a problem might be to this answer. And I'm going to use a blue sticky note because you know that's my favorite color. So if I was going to say the answer was 24, I have to come up with a problem that's going to equal that answer. So we could start off with something easy. We could do 12 plus 12. And then we could have that as our problem. And then what would our answer be? Our answer would be 24. You could make up a problem. You could do word problems. You could do subtraction problems. You can do any type of problem that the answer is going to be 24. I could say my mom sent me to the store to buy, and then I could say 2 dozen eggs. How many eggs did I buy? That could be my problem, and what's my answer going to be? If my mom sent me to the store to buy 2 dozen eggs, first of all, I have to know what is in a dozen. A dozen eggs is 12, and if I have 2 dozen, then that would be 24. That's my answer. So my problem is this word problem, and my answer is 24. That's just an example of things you can do with the answer is. And you can choose any number. You could do the number 120, and you could try to figure out problems that would make that answer 120. Challenge yourself, challenge your family members. This is just a good way to practice your math skills. Enjoy.